Hello, hello, hello. Come on. Hey, kitty. Boo, how are you? Scared me. How are you? My face is enough to terrify you on Halloween, isn't it? How you doing, sweet lady? Happy Halloween, sweetie. Tonight we're going to tell ghost stories and talk about our favorite scary movies and all that kind of stuff on Halloween. Got the candles lit. It's dark. I'm going to talk about scary stuff since we get some people in here. So I hope you come on in. Come on in, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and second grab me something to drink. Get me another candle here because this one here smells too good and it gives me headache. So give me like 2 seconds, Miss Kitty. If anybody comes in, tell them I'll be right back in. I'm going to go grab another candle and something to drink and we'll get started. All right, we'll be right back. So tell everybody to come on in. All right, Kitty, I'm coming. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody. You scared me to death. Hey, Lisa Houserman. How are you? How are you, everybody? Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. I am dressed as myself because I'm scary enough. Welcome to In the Bed with TPG. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I went to go grab some more candles and get them lit. So, hi, everybody. How are you? I'm going to go to the restroom here in a second. I'm just getting started. My night started. I had a mac rib for dinner, and I just got home from seeing my dad. Oh, that is cute. I love. But I didn't wear a costume. I wore a shirt that we wore for school. We all had matching, matching ones, but like shirts that we wore at school. They were really cute, and we took the kids on a field trip, so it was a long day. Okay, but we don't have any trick or treaters right now. I don't get them out here where I live, so I don't have to worry about it. But happy Halloween! So we're gonna talk scary stuff. I'm going to have people, if y'all want to call in and tell me a scary story, or we can get you on the panel. Halloween socks are wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful. A lot of people, I love Halloween socks. I don't own any, but I love them. I want some crazy socks. There's a subscription box I'm thinking about getting me. Has all the crazy socks in it. He's really good. Hey, Cheryl. He's good. My dad's doing good. I just went over and saw him. He was getting ready to have dinner with my little brother, and he thought his birthday was tomorrow, but he meant to say his birthday month is this month. Well, thank you, Lisa. I'm glad, and I like watching your videos too. I really do. Hey, Miss Waffles. Hey, Miss Waffles, come here. Lulu. Hey, Lulu. This is Lulu, everybody. Waffles is mom. You guys can't see her, but that's Waffles' mom. Happy Halloween. She says, Happy Halloween. Come here, little Waffles. Come here, Waffles. Girl. Here she is. The scariest dog in the world, Devil Dog. Here she is, the demon dog herself, Miss Waffles. Say, hey, happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween. The last year I was a little baby. You were a little tiny girl on Halloween last year. Boo. Hey, Karate Joe. She is a year old. Waffles is just now a year old. She was born on YouTube. She's been on YouTube since she was born. Joe, I started watching Sabrina the Witch today. Sabrina, that show. I watched it right before I got online. I just watched the first episode. But here's Waffles, everybody. Y'all can't see her that good, but here she is. She says, hey, everybody, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Hey, girl. She said, my daddy would take me trick-or-treating. He said, I bad, so I didn't go trick-or-treating. She's going to dress up as a princess. We're going to dress up as a princess, huh? Yeah. Love the mom dog. Yeah, her mom is named Baby Lou. Baby Lulu, and Waffles is named Waffles. That's her mom. This is Waffles' mom. Hey, baby, come here, girl. Baby likes being on camera. Come here, Baby Lulu. Hey, Lulu. This is Lulu. Baby Lulu, Waffles' mom. Yeah, Sabrina's a good show. I started watching it this week, today. I still didn't like the references to the Satan thing, but it was all right. I'm going to try to finish watching it. Hey, Joe, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Hey, girl. Hey, baby. This is Karate Joe's favorite dog. He loves Baby Lou. Baby Lulu hasn't been in a video with me in a while. Have you, Lulu? No. So how is everybody? Waffles is pulling on her legs right now because she's jealous, and so she bites her legs. Baby Lulu says she's dressed up for Halloween. So her dressed up for Halloween. She said, I dress up as a princess too. Her and Waffles. My doggies are so cute. Thank you. I love my doggies. I got Charlie in here too. I got all my babies in here cuddled up with me. All my doggies are in here. So, guys, happy Halloween. So let's talk about first anything Halloweenish. If you want to talk about it tonight, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to be on for a while. So feel free, Kitty. Thank you for being in here and being a mod tonight. Kitty is our mod. So don't make Kitty have to kick your behind out of here. So, good night, Lisa. I love you. Y'all make sure you subscribe to Lisa Hauserman. She does a lot of her live streams about her life and stuff like that and everything. So y'all make sure you subscribe to her. Had Jack Lantern Pizza at Papa John's. That's kind of cool. Oh, come on back. Yeah, you guys make sure you subscribe to her. I got pumpkin spice lip balm. Come on back anytime. Happy Halloween. Yeah, sub to Lisa. Get her subbed up, guys. Get her subbed up. No cheese. Oh, okay, that's cool, Joe. I've never heard of that, but sounds cool. So, how is everybody? Anybody? What's y'all's favorite Halloween movie? Tell me. I got a whole box of pumpkin stuff. I'm starting to eat tomorrow because it's officially, I call it pumpkin season. So, my good friend Sharon Simply Southern sent me a box of pumpkin stuff a couple weeks ago. I know y'all saw the video. So she sent me a whole bunch of stuff. It was awesome. Michael Myers, Halloween, Young Frankenstein. That's a good one too. That's good. You heard from your hospital. Are you in the hospital, Hen Kid? I forgot. Are you still in the hospital? Oh, what was your question? I don't remember, Joe. I'm cold. Which is definitely cold in here. Yes, still here having fun. Okay, well, have fun. I'm glad you're having fun at the hospital. I don't know if I've ever had fun in the hospital, but we'll see. What's my favorite Halloween movie, sweetie? You know, you know what, Kitty? I just saw Hocus Pocus last year for the first time. ever was my time seeing Hocus Pocus. And that's actually a cute movie. Put my number in. Okay, give me a few minutes. I will. I'm trying to get one of them apps that I can get people to call. I'm going to try one here in a second. Because I've had some great. Hang on. Okay. Let's see what this one says. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm going to try this one, see how it works. Hocus Pocus is really good. I love it. I love it. Cheryl, did you get your door fixed? I didn't see your answer to that. I know Kitty asked you that you got your door fixed. Did you get it? Did you get it fixed? Because we really want to make sure you got it fixed. Ooh, Pitbull Mom. Hey, ooh, boo. Hey, girl. How are you? Good to see you, lady. Sweet lady. Come on in. Come on in. I'm getting an app right now to put my phone in. So Facebook. Okay. Hello, Pitbull Mom. Oh, see, ooh, scary door open. Ooh, that's crazy. Let me write this number down, guys. Give me 1 second, okay? Let me get a piece of paper here and a pencil. All right. Try this number, 803-232-5594. Viewings this Friday. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. We got it going on. All right, guys. Well, let's just take that number. I have that number now. I have a new number. I'm going to put it in here. We're going to just have a quick call in. You can call me or whatever. But when the drama begins, yeah, that was the tough thing for me, too. It is very, very tough. I wish I could tell you it wasn't, hon, but it is. It's tough. That's when the reality sets in, I think, when you actually see that. That's the hardest part. I still, like I said, I told you the other day, I still have trouble when I go to the graveyard. So that's the rough part for me. Cheryl, I want you to type this in and tell me if it works, okay? But you're in my prayers, hon. I want you to know, Pitbull Mama, I'm thinking about you. I love you, and I want you to your oldest brother tweeted you on Twitter? Your oldest brother? Let's. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. Jacqueline is live. Oh no, really? Oh no, I wanted to see her. Oh no, I didn't realize that she was live. Let me go in there real quick. Say hey to her. I'm gonna go in there and say hey to Jacqueline. Actually, I can't. I got my own thing. Okay, let me see what I got here. My phone's going off, so let me see what's going on. Nothing. Couldn't talk to his daughters and nephews. Had to tweet me. Wow, that's crazy. That's freaking crazy. Let me get my house phone and I'm gonna try this number and see if it works, guys. Okay, give me 1 second. That is crazy, Pitbull Mom. That's just crazy. I don't like that at all. That's a little weird to me. That's just weird to me. I don't like that either. That's a little crazy. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So give me just 1 second to get my house phone and see if this number works. We call it. I do have my house phone. Dang, okay. All right, guys. Let's see if this works. We'll call it from my house. Let's see if it works. See what happens. Yep, it works. So cool. All right. All right, there we go. Exactly. Thank you, Kitty. Call in. Tell us what you got. We're gonna. Okay, so call in. That's the number to call in. To call in and talk about your favorite scary movie or scary story or anything like that. I'm gonna put my phone on the charger. What's up, Perfect Dad? 123. How are you? Come on in. We're just basically talking about our favorite Halloween stuff, favorite stories, and things like that. Now, if you get crazy, I will hang up on you. So I ain't got time. It says unavailable. Well, Cheryl, that dial 803, baby. I just dialed it. It just rang. It just rang. Here we go. I got a call from you right now, Cheryl. So I'm gonna call you back. Let's see. This is Happy Halloween. I think this is you, Cheryl. St. Missouri. Cheryl.
Hi.
Hey, it's me. What's up?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you too. How are you?
Yes, I rang it, and then a recording come on and told me it was unavailable.
Huh, that's weird. That's so weird. I don't know.
Well, tonight's been a rather painful night, but I'm getting through it. I'll be okay.
You'll be okay. What's going on?
Well, I was going to tell you about a real life experience
Okay.
with the paranormal.
Well, I'd love to hear it. Tell it to me.
My daughter one night.
Wait a minute, host. Can you guys hear her? Can you guys hear her really well? Can everybody hear her really good first? I'm seeing if everybody can hear you really well first. Can everybody hear her good?
Okay.
Can you guys hear her? All right, go ahead. So your daughter, tell us the story. Go ahead.
Yes, she woke up one night and she had this horrible nightmare. And she described it to a T. Well, at the time, I was looking for a bigger house. So I found the home that I wanted. I went to pick her up at work that night because I wanted to surprise her because I've been looking for so long and everything was a no. And so my friend and I went to pick her up at work, drove up to the home, parked in front, and she was terrified. And she wouldn't go in, and I said, "What in the world?" And she said, "Mom, that was the house that was in my nightmare."
Ooh.
She described it, and I'm very serious, you guys. She described it to a T on the inside. Okay, well, that was one thing. And I really didn't think that much about it. Well, we went ahead and we moved there. Oh, my goodness. I didn't experience anything right at first. I didn't think. But she did. And I was laughing about it because I really was a skeptic. I never really believed in the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I just kept telling her, "Oh, Tina, now come on." Well, then when I got to thinking back, when my friend and I was taking things over, we wanted to go ahead and hang the drapes and things like that before the furniture was brought in. And I recall the hammer kept ending up somewhere else, and I kept thinking, well, she just put it somewhere else. So I didn't think much about that. And the boxes were moved, and I thought, well, maybe she moved them. I kept making all these excuses. Well, we finally got totally moved in. All these things Tina was telling me, I still had not experienced anything. And then one day, we had a real bad storm.
Mm-hmm.
and she was at work. I was there alone, and all these ridiculous noises, lights coming on,
Ooh.
and my burner kept coming on the stove. My microwave went off. The basement door became open. And all these things were going on, and I thought, oh no, now come on. And so I called my friend. She came over, and she took her shoe off. And I said, what in the world have you got your shoe off for? And she said, I'm going to hit somebody. I said, how can you hit someone you can't see? And so we're going all through the house and everything. Well, then it was her bright idea to go buy a baby monitor. So this is what she did. She brought it over. Oh, my land. We put it in different rooms of that house. What we didn't end up hearing, you would not believe. You just would not believe.
Wow.
So we had pictures, we had recordings. People started coming in because they wanted to see what they could see or hear what they could hear. I never had so much company in all my life.
Oh, wow.
But I'm going to tell you, 19 months was as long as I could take it. And then I said, this is it. We have to go. We have to move. I can't live here. I mean, she was going to work on 2 hours sleep. We couldn't sleep. I mean, it sounded like people moving furniture up in the attic. Well, my girlfriend's son went up there. There was nothing but insulation. There was no hardwood floors up there. And it sounded like furniture being moved over hardwood floors. And then there were things written on mirrors. I mean,
oh my word, jeez.
It was something right out of a movie. It's no one would ever believe.
I don't think I would have lasted that long.
Oh, it was 19 months of my life that I'll never forget. I do know that.
Lord have mercy.
So I no longer can say that I don't believe, because, yeah, I believe. I definitely believe.
Wow. Well, Cheryl, thank you for sharing that story with everybody. That was kind of frightening. I know that because I got a story I'm about to share with y'all, 2 of them. But I grew up in a house that was haunted, so I'll talk about that in a second. But thank you so much for sharing that with me. That's kind of scary on Halloween night. And happy Halloween.
Welcome.
I love you and happy Halloween.
Have a very happy Halloween.
Well, hang tight in the chat with us, Cheryl. Hang tight. I'm going to make you a mod while I got you in the chat room too, Cheryl. You come to a lot of my.
Okay,
you're in my chats. Okay. I love you.
By the way, sweet. I'm very worried about my door too, but they've been looking for one, and we haven't found one yet. But I've got it as secure as I can have it at night when we're sleeping. But otherwise, I'll have to have a custom door made, and I really don't want to have to do that.
Yeah. Well, just try to keep it secure and definitely let us know about what's going on with that, because I understand how, because I know my doors had to be specially ordered when I had to replace the door and all that stuff. So, but anyway, I love you. Waffles loves you. Thank you so much for calling us, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, sweetheart? Thank you. Love you.
Okay, honey. Talk to you guys later.
Thank you so much for that awesome story. Okay, thanks.
Bye, everyone. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Bye-bye, sweetheart. Love you. All right, that was Cheryl. She called in for us tonight. Shared a great story. That was a pretty chilling little story. I'll tell you, that was pretty scary. So, best thing, okay, I'm going to talk about a story. I kind of have a story similar to that. When I was growing up in my house, our house was very haunted. We would always have, like, our TV would flip on, air conditioner would come on in the middle of winter time. Like, just all kinds of crazy things would happen. Our TV would change channels. We'd be sound asleep. It'd be dark like it is now, and our TV would flip on. It was just really, really crazy. Really, really, really eerie. It was a crazy, crazy experience growing up like that. And you didn't really think anything of it. You just didn't think anything of it. And so I kind of grew up with that whole, persona of do you believe or not believe? I mean, when you see things happen, like, like, oh, it's just an electrical wiring problem, or, oh, it's some kind of, you try to throw it off on things. But I do believe in the paranormal. I do believe that there's something out there. Certainly, I'm not one to judge it, but, I've had my fair share of experiences here in my home as well as in public and on ghost tours that I've took and things like that. Um, so I certainly believe in that. That's why I'm in the house now, because Halloween kind of freaks me out a little bit. Y'all got my pumpkin spice. But yeah, it's pretty spooky. But like I said, I grew up in a pretty haunted house. It was pretty spooky. We get some more people here in a little while. I'm gonna tell you some really cool ghost stories that I grew up with in Charleston. Some of the old Charlestonian legends from Charleston, South Carolina. I'm gonna share a few of those with me. If you guys would tweet that this is live, I'd appreciate it. Get some people in here. Make sure you guys get that in there. Pitbull Mom is still here. Make sure you guys keep Pitbull Mom in your prayers this weekend as she goes through her mom's viewing and funeral and all that stuff. And Pitbull Mom, we love you, and we definitely are here for you if you need to talk. I told you to get in touch with me. I'd love to talk to you. I believe in paranormal activity as well. I think that it's definitely real life. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. I have seen it. I felt it. It's very eerie. It can be very scary and very eerie. So I definitely believe in it. I have no doubt in my little mind that there is a paranormal activity out there somewhere. And some people believe that it's just what you believe in. I don't necessarily know if that part's true or not, but I will say that I believe in something. So, but yeah. Like out here in my woods by my house, right by my house that's right over here, right beside me. It's like I hate going out there at night, and it's right by my pool. And this is part of the reason I don't swim at night, y'all. I'm about to explain this. Those woods are, I swear to God, they're haunted. We used to see people like little, we used to think like little kids or like adults out there. We lived in my parents' house. We would always see strange things in the woods. I don't know if it was just our mind playing tricks on us or, whatever it was, but I'm really scared of these woods. Like, I'm really terrified. And like, every time I go outside, like just a few minutes ago, I went out to my car, and it's like I always feel like something's staring at me when I'm out there. Every morning when I go to work, I feel like something's out there watching me. So a few minutes ago, I went out there, and there was like this really weird noise, like breaking sticks. And I'm sure it's probably a dog or wolf, but I'm just always terrified of these woods. So I try not to go outside at night. Like, I really don't like it. It scares me. And every morning, like, I run to my car really fast. And I'm really scared, thinking like something's gonna grab me, because I live out like in a field, like in a big like country, and there's field around me. So I'm always like afraid something's gonna grab me out, like get in my car. I hop in. I keep all my doors locked. Yeah, and the dogs that can't lay still. Exactly, my dogs will not lay still. You heard them a few minutes ago. That's like they'll do that. They'll randomly bark like that, and it terrifies me. I don't know what's going on. Like somebody outside. But I live out in the country, like I said, and every morning I keep all my doors locked. So all I do is when I hop in my car is lock my door, and I start my car that way. I've always done that. I'm always, it's just me. I'm like always freaked out by little things like that. It's absolutely crazy. Just the whole thing is just crazy. Cheryl, thank you for sharing that great story with me. Pitbull Mom, I love you so much, and like you guys, like I said, keep Pitbull Mom in your prayers. This weekend, she's going through a really rough period. I've been there. I know how you feel, Pitbull Mom. I really do. Trust me. I understand completely how you feel. It is a rough experience for everybody to go through that. All right. So anyway, I hope everybody's happy. Who's giving out candy at their house tonight? Put a 1 in your house if you're giving out candy tonight. If you're giving out candy. I don't get candy like trick-or-treaters out here where I live, so I don't really give out candy, so I don't have to worry about it. But it definitely is. Like, I love Halloween, but like I was just telling my roommate, it's so crazy because like it's Wednesday, and so like I can't go downtown and hang out with my friends and stuff because I got to be to work in the morning, and I got to be responsible, So I don't really get to hang out unless Halloween is like on a Saturday, or I go to like. Sometimes my friends will have a Halloween party early on, but ever since I started, working in education, I go to bed early, so I don't really get to go out during the week on Halloween. You just got home from collecting. Cool. Collecting candy. Oh, you got home collecting candy. Oh, took my mom went trick or treating. Okay. Used to love to go trick or treating. My mom used to love to give out candy, and I think one of the saddest moments for my mom was when we moved out here, to where she didn't get any trick or treaters because she used to love to like sit on the porch, and she would give out. She would buy. I know my mom would spend $100 or more on candy, and she would just give out candy and give out candy and give out candy to all the kids until it was all gone, and she just would get so like just oh my gosh, she loved giving out candy so much. It was so crazy. Um, and when we would get home, she would tell us about all the wonderful costumes that she saw in the kids and things like that. It was really kind of cool. She really loved Halloween a lot, and it really saddened her whenever you moved out here in the country, and we didn't get but like two or three trick or treaters. I'm sure it saved her a lot of money. She didn't have to buy so many things. But and sometimes her and my dad would trade off taking us trick or treating. But my mom usually liked to stay home, and my dad took us trick or treating because that's just how it was. He liked to take us home. Um, he liked to take us to his mom said she liked to give out candy. So I was always sad for mom that she didn't give us, you know, she didn't get to do that. I didn't like it. I was very sad. Anyway, I'm tired. Yes, exactly. You still buy candy on a trick or treater? Now, see, I would eat it all. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I don't mind. I would. It'd be okay. I'm just looking. I'm on here looking at all my friends' Halloween pictures. A lot of my friends have put Halloween pictures out. So I love to see the pictures of people. The new movie comes out tomorrow. The Freddie Mercury movie comes out Friday, but it's going to premiere tomorrow night. That's one of the things I want to do for my birthday is go see that. I don't know if you guys know about this. I was reading this earlier. I want to read this to you. It's very important to trick or treating. It says awareness, trick or treat. The blue bucket. If you see someone who appears to be an adult dressed up to trick or treat this year carrying the blue bucket, they're probably autistic. While they may have the body of a 21-year-old, they love getting dressed up for Halloween. So when you see this blue bucket, share the piece of candy, spread the awareness. I don't know a lot of people don't believe that, but that's very, very true. You know, And then apparently there's like different buckets that you give out. I didn't realize this, but there's like buckets for like people that have food allergies. Like the green bucket tells you have certain allergies, and there's like different buckets. But I thought that was very interesting, especially because I work with a lot of autistic children. That is, and there are a lot of autistic children as they get older that they still want to do that, and they still, they still dress up for Halloween and they still go out trick or treating, and it's just, rather than deprive them of that and have them have a meltdown, you just do that. And a lot of adults do say stuff to them, but I think there's still was the harm. But I was reading in some states now, and they're talking about doing it here in mine, unless you are autistic. That's why they came up with the bucket. It says that after a certain age, um, after a certain age, you get, trying to see how to say this, you get arrested or get a fine if you go trick or treating. I can't believe it. It kind of freaked me out a little bit. But they're saying that like kids will get arrested or they'll get like a $200 or $300 fine if they're caught trick or treating after a certain age. And I mean, I guess I can understand that. And certain things, teenagers, because I think trick or treating is for little children, or littler kids. But always to get my mama would make my mama angry was when she would go and she would see kids with no costume on. She'd be like, put a costume on, put a costume on. Like she would want them to have a costume on or something. So, it was just you know, yeah, you believe what is to be a friendly spirit? That's cool. A lot of people have had that. I believe that I grew up with a spirit surrounding you. And we all are surrounded by guardian angels and things like that. So I think that it's um, definitely spirits are there. I have Ouija board stories. I used to play a Ouija board, and that thing used to scare me to death. Like, that thing used to terrify me to death. It was awful, just awful. It used to make me so terrified. I just, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I used to get so scared. But anybody got any favorite Halloween movies? Type them in the box, guys. Come on, let's talk about it. I said I would go live on Halloween for a little while, so the board is bad. Yeah, that board is bad, Juju. I had a lot of really crazy. I'm gonna turn my air conditioner on, guys. It's South Carolina, the only place where it's 80 degrees on Halloween night. It's crazy. We're out trick or treating in 80-degree weather. Um, yeah, it's definitely a crazy experience here in South Carolina. But that board, yeah, that board was very, very, very terrifying. It was very, very, very terrifying. I did not like it. I played it for a long time. I still own one. I still have one. But it sits in another room. I should get on it and play it, but I won't. Yeah, that's true. And I agree with that, Granny. As long as they're in a costume, I don't care. My mom was the same way, but she's liked them in a costume. She didn't care what age they were. She didn't care. They were 100. As long as they were in a costume, and she just loved looking at all the costumes. And she would tell us about all the cute costumes she saw throughout the night. Hey, Granny, how are you? Good to see Granny takes trips in the house. Tonight we are calling. Some people are calling in, sharing ghost stories. Other people are just talking about stories that scared them or movies that scared them for Halloween. So if you guys got one, give me a call or talk to me on here and say you want the number. We'll send you the number to call in. If you'd like to call in, please do that. So let me know what you guys think. It's 803-232-5594. Mama, okay. Yeah, they're bad. I had one fling across the room one time at a party because people were laughing at it and stuff, and I don't believe in that. Y'all, while I turn my back, look at this. This is what Waffles did while I turned my back to my pillow. She has it all over my floor, y'all. They're not believe this. Waffles, Alyssa Edwards, Trixie Mattel, Shangela. Look at this, guys. She tore the entire pillow up because I'm not giving her any attention. So I'm going to be down here cleaning up this mess, talking to you guys for a second. I can't believe she did that, guys. She's got this whole pillow, like my pillow. She just took it off the bed while I was turning my back talking to y'all. She gets real jealous, and she's ripped this pillow completely to shreds now. And I gotta throw it away. Waffles, that was not nice, and she's hiding. Waffles and her mama probably both did it, but that is just crazy, Waffles. I turned that what is all over my floor, and she done tore the pillow up, yo. Isn't that crazy? Waffles, I can't believe you did that, little girl. That is not nice. Bad girl. Bad girl, Waffles. Not nice. I know you want attention, but that's negative attention. That's bad attention, Waffles. Where's my students, girl? You don't give bad attention. I don't reward. No, she tore my pillow right up. Look at that. Yeah, you have everything. Oh, please, if you'd like to call, please call. I love you. I'm sorry, Lisa. We'll have fun. Hopefully, you can come back and share your story with us. So I'll tell you a story about my family. As I said, we grew up in a haunted house. And I grew up in a house that was crazy. Haunted things would happen, crazy things would happen. But one of the coolest ghost stories I tell happened when I was a little boy. We had a friend, and she went to our church, and she took care of me and my brother for a while when my mom was in the hospital. And her house was built on an Indian burial ground. So they would always find like arrowheads and things like that on the website, on their property and stuff. Well, one day she would always smell this really strong like perfume in the house. Always this really strong. But it wasn't like a perfume you buy in the store. It was like a scent almost. And she didn't know what it was. And she would always smell it, like just pass through the room. She thought, what in the world? One night she was sleep. They had their son his wife had a baby, and they were This back when baby monitors had just come out. They put in a baby monitor, and they were watching her grandson, and the grandson was asleep in the bed, and they heard this voice, like singing voice, to the baby monitor. So it was this beautiful singing voice they heard. They're like, "What in the world? Who is here?" It was just her and her husband. So they got up close. Like, guys, I'm getting freaked out. What's that? Y'all say I'm scared myself. Let me out the door. They heard this very beautiful singing voice, and so she went into the room, and standing over the bed was the most, she said to me, the most beautiful Indian woman she'd ever seen. And she was just patting the baby's back, and she was rocking the baby, patting it, and singing this beautiful song. And it scared her. And she just looked at the lady and said, she was, and then the lady just, the thing was gone. Well, the next day, she said to her son, she said, he said, he said, yeah, Mom, I know who that is. That's so-and-so. And he said her name, and I can't remember her name. We'll say her name is Sarah for now. He said, that's Sarah. He said, does the song go like this? And he starts humming it. And she said, yeah, yeah. And his sister, who was also visiting, she's like, yeah, Ma, that's Sarah. She said, she used to come in every night after you left, and you would kiss us. And she would come in, and she would always pull our covers up and kiss us on our cheek. And she would sing that song and pat us on the back until we went to sleep. And she apparently was, they found out, a young Indian woman who died in childbirth. So she would come in and take care of the children, they believed, in the home. And so he said, it's okay. She won't hurt the baby. Just let her do her thing, because she's going to come in every night anyway. And so every night they would hear her singing, and they would smell that smell that was like a perfume scent. And they would smell it every single night and just hear that voice singing to the baby until they went to sleep. But she said it was weird because she never heard it when she was grown up. It was like, when her kids were growing up, she never heard the singing, but they did. So I just always thought it was weird. You know, which I thought was kind of crazy, but it was kind of fun too. Did y'all like that? That's a true story. It's crazy, but hey, how are you? You're going live with your man? I can't wait to go live. I'm gonna try to come see you in a little while. Happy Halloween, sweetheart. Make sure you subscribe to her. She's a good friend of mine. How are you doing? We're sharing our favorite ghost stories and Halloween movies, stuff like that. I started watching the new Sabrina tonight. Wasn't really impressed. I mean, the first one was okay. It was kind of slow, I thought. But I'm gonna wait and give it a little more time. So come on in, give us a call. Guys, get people in here to come watch us and stuff. There you going. I hope that you will give us a call and check everything out. Miss Kitty, are you okay? Does anyone have a favorite? Everybody type in the name of your favorite Halloween movie in the thing. I know Miss Kitty said hers was Hocus Pocus, which is a movie I liked. I just saw it for the first time last year. I told y'all that. I'm scared, but I've never seen that movie before. But it was just the first time last year. And I'm a big fan of the Halloween series, the Michael Myers series. I have not seen the new one. I'm going to wait for the DVD. I don't really go see them in the theaters. I just don't, because people act crazy in the theaters. I saw it in the theater, and that was enough. But I'm definitely going to see it when it comes on DVD. I've been trying to find the new Carrie that was out a couple years ago, but I haven't had any luck finding it yet. So anyway, yeah, I like the Halloween. I liked the original Friday the 13th. I read Tim Burton. Yeah, The Corpse Bride's a good one, and of course I just a few years ago y'all saw Nightmare Before Christmas. I'd never seen that before. It was okay. It was not as wonderful as other shows, but it's cool. It was definitely a different take on it. I did enjoy The Corpse Bride, but they're supposed to be doing a new Child's Play as well. They're supposed to be doing a new Chucky movie as well as a new Friday the 13th series. Rob Zombie, I heard, is doing a new Friday the 13th where he's actually going to give, you know how he gave Michael Myers a backstory and stuff? That's what he's supposed to be doing with Jason, I heard. So we'll see how that goes. We'll definitely see how that goes, and all that good stuff. Check it out, check it out, check it out. And we'll see how they're going to. Tim Burton, yeah, he's really good. I loved Sweeney Todd. That wasn't Tim Burton, was it? Was it Tim Burton and Sweeney Todd? Hang on a second, guys. I'm trying to think of any other horror movies I like. You could be. That could be true, Cheryl. That's very true. Um, yeah, smells are very. I love when they remind us of something. You know, like certain things you'll smell remind you of a person or a place, or takes you back to a smell. You know, I really miss my mom on Halloween because she really loved Halloween. She really did. She loved having, you know, like I said, she loved going out and seeing all the costumes and things like this. And when we got the second generation of kids, she still took them trick or treating, and we drove around and took them all trick or treating and all that. So it was definitely interesting. But I miss her on days like that. I really do miss her a lot on those kind of days. But anyway, any other Halloween movies or anything that you guys love and like? Let me know. I definitely want to. Y'all give out candy. You said I'm sad that I don't. We don't get trick or treaters here to give out candy. That makes me so sad because I really want to give out candy. Um, but I don't get to give out candy because I don't have any trick or treaters that really come here. Did I miss a call? I missed a call. Hey, I missed a call. Let me call this person. But call back whoever that was that just called. No wait, this must have called 30 minutes ago. What the heck? Who called it? No, I did. That was 5 minutes ago. Who was that called? Call me right back, whoever that was that just called. There we go. Hello? Hang on one second. Hello?
Hi. How you doing?
Hey, Miss Kitty. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Is this Miss Kitty?
I want to tell my, this is not a Halloween story. This is more, I believe, like paranormal. And I'll talk about my favorite scary movie.
Okay, go ahead.
When I was about 9 years old, we moved into our new house. And when we moved in, like in the summer months, we had to take some things down to storage in the basement. And most basements, the temperature is, slightly cooler than the upper portions of the house.
Right.
So we really weren't weirded out by it, but it was like noticeably cooler in the farthest part, like of the basement. So we moved into this house, and our dog would sometimes stop engaging us and just turn in a certain direction and start barking, which was an unusual event. We started looking around after a while because my husband called me. Hello?
Got Miss Kitty on the phone here, guys.
Oh, okay, babe. drop it down? Or you let, yeah. Did you change it from a full to just wire? Okay, good. Okay. Oh. All right. Oh, all right. Okay, honey.
Waiting on Miss Kitty here. She is on the phone with her husband, guys, but she'll be back in just a second.
Yeah.
You still here? She's back with us now, I think. Hey, Miss Kitty, you back?
Okay.
Oh, she said.
Okay. All right. I'll see you in that.
Well, my dog's barking over here. That's kind of scary. My dogs are barking. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Miss Kitty's here sharing a story with us here on YouTube. Miss Kitty, you still here? I think we lost her, guys. I think she hung up. I think we lost Miss Kitty there. They get hung up on her. Well, she'll call back in a second. I think it just hung up on her. We lost her. I think she was about to tell us a real scary story. I was getting excited. I love Halloween stories. I love to get scared on Halloween. Of course, I'm a big chicken, guys. I'm not kidding you. I'm a big giant chicken. I get scared. If someone knocked on the store right now, I'd probably like crap my pants or something. Like, I don't like scary stuff. I love to hear about it. I love to go on ghost tours just because I want to get scared. Like my heart beats like super fast. It's like, oh my god. So it's definitely like crazy. Miss Kitty, I think you got disconnected, sweetheart. Maybe she'll call right back in just a second, guys. When she gets done with her thing here, she'll call us right back. And one of my friends just wrote the best thing on Halloween. She said, "Let Halloween candy sales begin." So. Anybody got anything else to share? It's okay. It's okay, Miss Kitty. He disconnected you, I think. Or you hung up or something. It's okay. It's all right, hon. Not a problem at all. It's Halloween time, hon. Don't worry about it. If she calls back, it will be okay. All right. All right, guys. Anything else anybody wants to share with me? Anybody got a favorite Halloween movie or a favorite scary story they want to? Ah, here we go. Get me back. Hold on a minute, guys. Hello. Hello.
I am so sorry.
That's okay, baby. It is okay. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah,
Tell us your story.
We just bought a new car, and my husband was just telling me that he had went to drop the check off and finalized everything, and I couldn't cut him off because it's my car.
Right, girl. You get that money. You get that car, girl. Get that new.
So I had to be sweet wife.
You gonna have to give it up tonight now, kitty.
The dog would start barking, and he's barking in a direction where there is nothing. And you know how some things throw a dog off and they'll start taking backward steps, and backward steps aren't normal for dogs.
Right.
So that alarmed us. Now my sister at the time was probably about 3, and it's the baby, and we had a little cousin who was always at our house who was like 10, 11 months, and she started crawling. This is the first time we thought something was kind of weird. They were walking toward the basement. The 3-year-old was going toward the basement, and she was pretty much guiding the infant, the toddler.
Wow.
And just before they get to the steps, which were like 10 steps going down, and at the bottom was.
Hello, Miss Kitty. Oh Lord, I lost you. Oh no, we're not. Hang on. Hello, Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty, hello. Oh, this damn thing is so stupid. It's this dang app. It's crazy. Come on, hello. Get back up. Come on. Miss Kitty, hello. We lost her. Hello. It's an app, guys. I'm sorry. The app is being ridiculous right now. It's acting crazy. I don't know what's going on. I was trying to call. Let me call Miss Kitty back. Let me pull this app back up if it'll let me come back up on it. It says it's on a call, but it's not. So let me find this dang app. We'll talk about it. Let me call Miss Kitty right back, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna call her back because it's well. Now it's not giving me a dang. There we go. Come on. Come on. Hello, Miss Kitty. Are you there? Anybody got? Hello. Oh gosh, that's crazy. The app just like went crazy. It's being stupid. All right, so anyway, Miss Kitty, call right back, hon, if you can. I don't know what's going on with this stupid. Oh, there we go. I got Miss Kitty right here. I'm gonna call her right back. Here we go, Miss Kitty. We'll call you back, girl.
Bernard and Kathy Lockhart.
No, she's not here. Okay, we're not. That's Miss Kitty is in a call here. We'll get her to call back in a minute. It'll call her back in a second. Wow. Oh, ooh, that's scary. I don't like cemeteries. I don't do them at night. I don't even go to my mama's grave at night. I used to go ghost hunting with some people, but I gave that up rather quickly, y'all. I didn't believe in it. So it got too scary for me. Miss Kitty, I'm sorry we lost your call back if you can, honey. I don't know if she can hear me. I hope she can still hear me. Hello? Anybody? Hello. Okay, I guess Miss Kitty's not calling back right now. I don't know what happened to her. Somehow this app got crazy on us. All right, so can you guys still hear me? Am I still connected? Am I still on? Hello? Can you guys hear me? So I got a lot of stories to tell y'all, like just crazy things that have happened over this, I went to a haunted ghost tour in Charleston many years ago, and it was very crazy. I met a medium, and this medium was she was coming in. This lady came in, and she said, "You can feel spirits." And I said, "What?" And she said, "You can feel spirits." And I said, "Huh?" And she said, "You can feel spirits." And she's like, "Don't fight it." And I was like, "Huh?" And I guess so when we left, did the tour or whatever, she kept saying, "Don't you feel it?" And it was kind of freaking me out a little bit. I was like, "Lady, leave me alone. Like, stop calling me out in front of people," stuff like that, right? So when afterwards we had dinner, she said, hang on, let me return this text, guys. Miss Kitty, it took it away. I don't know. Get you to call me back in a second. Let me send this text real quick. It's about business meeting I'm trying to conduct, and then we'll have it. My dang phone just being crazy. I'm gonna send this text. I'm gonna reset my phone and see if that helps it be better. All There we go. All right, so guys, I'm gonna reset my phone real quick and see if that helps it out a little bit. It's just getting real silly. All right, so anyway, so she said, so we went out to dinner with her, and she was telling me how like she could feel this aura around me that like and she said that's why your heart beats so fast. Waffles, you tore this out again, girl. I'm gonna get you. I'm throwing the trash. Her and her mama just tore this dang pillow out again, guys. This is not my Halloween. I'm telling you, this Waffles is just tearing up stuff right and left in here. Okay, let me get this done here. Oh, that's my phone getting charged up again, guys. She tore the pillow up again. I just set it down beside me. I have to put it outside real quick so she don't get it again. It's because she's not getting the attention she wants. Waffles and her mom. Her mom did it this time, though, guys. That's so crazy. Is her mom doesn't usually do stuff like this, but I guess she's just wanting to get attention. So I'm gonna take this out real quick, set it out here so she can't get it. So she'll keep eating it, and then I'll be right back. And then Miss Kitty, if you can call me back, we'll talk again. And just get my phone recharged. Get it going again. I'm gonna turn on this air conditioner. I turned it down a little bit. All right, so I think it's back on now. Okay, guys, give me a call if you want to. Go ahead and call me now if you wish to call me. I'm gonna be on for about 1 more hour, and then I'm gonna call at night and go watch some TV and stuff. All right, everyone, give me a call. Go ahead and give me a call. Guys, make sure you help me by putting it on Twitter that I'm live, if you would, so people will, if they want to come in and watch, let them come in and watch. That would be awesome. That would be the best, awesomest thing ever. I would love that. All right, guys, so I hope everybody's okay. We got somebody's calling in now, I think. So we're calling. Someone's just calling. Why is it not damn right? Somebody calling in. Hello. I'm gonna call you back, Miss Kitty. Okay? If I don't get you, let's see. We'll call this number back. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna wait. Make sure I don't leave her. Hey, let me put you on speaker now. I didn't want to get in case you got your answer machine. All right. I'm sorry. You there?
Okay.
All right. Now we're gonna try this again with a stupid app. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So we were still kind of scared, but nothing bad actually happened to us. It seems like every time we were in danger near the basement stairwell, the door would just close. But when we sat around as a group, we always played in a play area in the basement. When we decided as a group we would go downstairs to play, sometimes the door would just open.
Oh, God.
And that's why I say I believe we grew up with a friendly spirit, because there was nothing menacing that ever happened. The only time we had a mishap on the stairs was when my parents were going out to the grocery store, and they always told us to be mindful of the two youngest sisters around the basement stairway, and especially if my little cousin was there, keep the door closed and watch it in case it spring open. But the door didn't spring open on its own because it had a turn knob. You couldn't push the door and it opened. You had to turn the knob for the door to open. So this particular day, one of my little sisters decided that she was going to follow my brother. We were going to play hide and seek, but there was a crawl space right above the stairs. Only a big person could go across the crawl space because you had to go across gap leg, like 1 foot on this side of the stairwell, 1 foot on the other side of the stairwell. And this particular day, my little sister, not the baby, but the one right above the baby, decided she was going to follow my brother across. Her legs wasn't wide enough to reach both sides, and she fell down the stairs. And before she fell, there was a scream.
Oh.
And after fall, we all started asking each other who screamed, and none of us screamed.
Wow.
So that's why I said we had a friendly spirit. There was never anything that hurt us, but it always seemed like when my little cousin, the littlest one amongst us, was there, and if somebody forgot to close that door before she made it to the door would slam.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's so many years now between that time and me being the me that I am today that I can't remember all of the details. And I think that if it had been a more frightening experience,
Mm-hmm.
it would be more, traumatic
Right.
on my memory. But it wasn't. It was like I always grew up believing that we lived in a house with a friendly spirit. Now, the scariest movie that I ever saw, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it was Aliens.
Oh.
Did you see the first Aliens movie?
Yes, I did. But she had the baby come out of her stomach. Yeah, that was terrifying.
When I went to see the first Aliens movie, I was in therapy. And my therapist told me, after being in therapy for a while, she started challenging me because I used to be kind of introverted, if you could believe that.
You, Miss Kitty, never.
But she would challenge me to like go to a restaurant by myself and have either a meal or just a refreshment, but do it alone. And if someone that I didn't know wanted to strike up a conversation, then engage them. My next challenge, or one of the challenges, I don't really remember all the order that she gave to me. She told me to go to a movie on my own. And why I picked the movie Alien, I don't know. But I did.
Oh, girl.
And I was in that damn theater all by myself, looking at this movie. Now, another couple came, and they sat next to me, you know, the guy and then the girl. So it looked like we were a party of three, but we weren't. I didn't even know those people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when the part of the Alien movie where the little monster thing pushed through the man's chest, something touched the bottom of my seat.
Oh, hell no.
And before I knew it, I had jumped up out my seat into the man's lap sitting next to me.
Oh, my God.
His girlfriend didn't say nothing. She just leaned forward and looked me straight in my face like, have you lost your mind? And all I could do was start screaming. Something was under my seat.
Well, girl, I got something like that while I got you on the phone. You remember that movie Scream that came out many years ago? Well, I was working at a movie theater when I was in college, and so of course my boss was like, "Hey, why don't you dress up as the Scream guy and scare people tonight?" And I said, "Okay, sure, whatever." So I was in college, so I smoked a little stuff back in the day, got nice and feeling good. Well, in the movie, he slides in next to this black lady, the killer does. And he puts his arm around her, and and he's Jada Pinkett, and he kills her. Well, I decide I'm gonna do this to this black girl. So big black girl, I slide in next to her. All of a sudden, she starts beating the living hell out of me. She's screaming. She's on top. It's like 6 people to pull this woman off of me. My nose is bloody. They said, you don't scare no black woman. What the hell's wrong with you? She beat me the tar out of me, Miss Kitty. She beat me down. And she said, don't you scare no black lady? I was like, oh my God, I learned my lesson. And they were like, They were like, don't. They were like, you knew better than that, boy. I mean, I had a black eye, like my face was all beat up. She came back the next day and apologized. The first thing she said is, that should teach you, don't scare a black woman. I said, yes, ma'am, I learned my lesson. She beat me like a man, honey. It was.
You don't know. I could relate to that because I was so shocked that the girl who was with the guy didn't just snatch me up off of him. She was so calm, but she had attitude when she leaned. The look on her face was attitude. But she didn't raise her voice. She didn't scream. She didn't even say, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Right.
And all I could do was scream. Something was under my chair, and both of them started laughing. But I think maybe somebody behind me took their foot and stuck it up under my chair. But at the time that it happened, my brain couldn't tell me that.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It took me a while to process to that point.
I'd have been scared too. She, don't touch me in the army, but I'll just.
That was my scary movie.
Well, that's awesome.
That was my paranormal experience growing up. And like if all my sisters were here, we would be able to compile everything the way it happened. I told it in the broken way that I remember it from the adult to the mind of a 9-year-old. All the way up to about 15.
Yeah.
So I'm coming back in chat. That's my story.
We love you. We always love you. Thank you for sharing that scary story. That's scary.
Love
That's,
you too.
all right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Kitty. So yeah, oh, that was terrible. See, these are scary stories. I'll tell you that. When I was telling that lady, she said that. Thank you, Miss Kitty. I love you. I love Miss Kitty. Oh, she's so special to me. She's just a wonderful lady. She's always so great to have on the phone. Thank you to Cheryl and Miss Kitty for calling in tonight and telling me their scary stories and spending their Halloween night with me. But yeah, so she told me that, and so I don't know if that's necessarily true, but like I have felt things before, like if something's in the room or something and I feel it, I get kind of a little freaked out. But you usually walk into a room and tell, like those woods. I'm telling y'all, something about those woods around my house terrified me. Like I swear there's something out there. And it could just be a dog or a cat, but like if I go swimming at night, because I mean my pool is like, if y'all ever watch my daytime videos when I'm swimming, you can see the woods in the background. They're like right there, like 3 steps. If something could grab me, if I've got my back trying to yank me down and keep me underwater, and I'm dead, you know. So I'm like, But if I'm not out there by myself with people, I do not swim by myself, y'all. I do not do it. I do not at night unless I got somebody out there because I'm scared that somebody might get me. And I tell you, every morning I'm scared. I'm kind of a wussy when it comes to stuff like that. I love to watch horror movies and stuff, but I don't watch them by myself. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I don't do that. I don't have time for that. I just do not have time for that. But anyway, thank you for your scary stories. I just don't like horror in my face. Don't touch me. You know, let me watch it on TV and stuff like that, but I don't know how else to get the point across, you know, not to bother me and stuff like that. No. I'm going to tell y'all my favorite ghost story is about Lavinia Fisher. Have I ever told y'all the Lavinia Fisher story? Because this goes hand in hand with something. Okay, if you guys want to hear the Lavinia Fisher story, it's my favorite ghost story ever. Put a 1 in the chat so I know that you guys want to hear this ghost story. Everybody puts it. I need to see everybody in the chat put it in there if you want to hear this ghost story. If I told it to you, then let me know, and I won't tell it. But ever watched Alone? Yeah, girl, I don't blame you. I don't go to them alone either. I will not. So was trying to get me to go to Halloween. Watch that Halloween Michael Myers thing. I said, not today. Not today. All right. Miss Kitty, you want to hear it? Anybody else want to hear the scary story? Lavinia Fisher. All right, now, before I talk about this story, I actually I don't have the picture of me now, but I'll get it for you guys in the chat. I did a video about Lavinia Fisher early on last year around Halloween time. I told Lavinia was one of my very early videos I did, but Lavinia Fisher was from Charleston, South Carolina. She was in the 1700s. She was considered to be one of the most beautiful women in Charleston at the time. She was married to a man named John Fisher, and John was a pretty tall man, probably about 6'4", 6'5", very tall, skinny, lanky, not a very attractive man at all. And he often couldn't understand how a woman so beautiful could love him. So he was always kind of like a prisoner to her love, I guess, in a way. But Lavinia was obsessed with fame and power and success and everything. So Lavinia Fisher um, would owned a boarding house right outside of Charleston called the 6 Mile Inn, and it was called the 6 Mile Inn because it was exactly 6 miles from Charleston. So when men would come through their boarding home to stay the night, kind of like the bed and breakfast, boarding house, whatever you called them back then, when men would come by to stay the night, Lavinia would sit them down and she would talk to them and find out, if they were from out of town or whatever. She would offer them what she called Charleston tea, which was oleander. And if you don't know a lot about oleander tea, oleander is non-detectable in the human body. It cannot be detected as poison, but it is one of the most highly poisonous poisons out there. So Lavinia would give them this tea when they started to get sleepy. Lavinia would show them to their room. She would take them in, and of course, by this time she's wearing a low cut top. She's flirting, all of this kind of stuff. Yes, it's poison. She would wear low cut tops. She's flirting all the time. Her husband is waiting in the kitchen with their gang, as they called them. So after the guy started to get sleepy, Lavinia would walk him to her room. She would flirt. He would lay in the bed and go to sleep. Actually, later, Lavinia would return. She would hold a mirror under his nose if there was no breath. She would pull a lever. The bed would then slant down and it would fall into the basement, where her husband John and his gang would rob the guy, steal all of his money and his jewels and everything that he had on him. Then they would cut the body up. They would put the body in a lie and destroy the body. And then they would continue. So they were robbers. Well, one night, Lavinia Fisher met a man named John Peebles, and John Peebles refused to drink the tea. He found something odd about Lavinia Fisher. So when she got up to excuse herself to go make herself some tea, he poured his tea into the plant, and he then went to sleep. As Lavinia Fisher came in, she tried to hold a pillow over his face. He got up, he jumped out the window, and he escaped. Well, he went and told the police about his experience. So, of course, the police came and they searched the home. And, of course, there was no body. So, of course, no body, no crime. So they certainly couldn't get them for murder. So they then arrested Lavinia Fisher and her husband for robbery, for highway robbery, because they had robbed Mr. Peoples. So they were taken to court. Now, Lavinia Fisher, of course, is noted as the world's first female serial killer. When they got to jail, to the Charleston jail, of course, John confessed to it all. He said, she made me do it. I did it. And Lavinia, of course, would not. And a priest came to speak to them, and she said, "Screw your God. I have nothing to say to your God." And they were both sentenced to hang. Well, when they were sentenced, Lavinia said to the judge, "You can't hang me. I'm a married woman." And in the city of Charleston at the time, in the state of South Carolina, you could not hang a married woman. It was against the law. So he said, "Fine, we'll hang your husband first, then you're a widow." But the whole time that this crime went on, it was all being put on John because no one believed that a woman at the time was smart enough to commit a murder. Certainly not a beautiful woman like Lavinia Fisher. They believed that John was lying on them. So the day of their execution, they were put in dressing gowns and they were walked up to the middle of the center. And they have it this in Charleston history, one of the biggest executions in Charleston history. They placed the rope around John's neck. Um, he, confessed. He said he was sorry for his crimes, and he was hung. As Lavinia Fisher was carried up, John was not hung yet. John was there. Lavinia Fisher was walking up to be put next to John. They didn't hang John at first. Right away, I'm sorry, let me back up. John was standing there quietly with the rope around his neck. Lavinia screaming curse words and obscenities at the crowd. She's spitting. She's horrible. They put the rope around her neck, and she says, "If you have anything to tell the devil, tell me now, because I'm about to meet him." And she jumped off the thing and she hung herself. So she then began, after that, she began haunting the Charleston jail. Her spirit is one of the most prominent spirits in the Charleston jail. People have had many, many experiences with Lavinia Fisher, things that have happened in her cell room, because you tour the jail now, and I've been there several times, and we'll talk about that in a second. A lot of women's jewelry turn up missing in the room. If you're pregnant, they say you get very ill in the room. A lot of men have felt like their hair, something run through their hair, or a pat on the butt, especially taller men that are tall like John. But during prison, Lavinia, one of the things I left out is when they were in prison, John actually escaped and he got himself put back in prison because he couldn't stand Lavinia. So sometimes, and she would stand in the window and watch for him to come back, because when they were trying to escape, the sheet that they used broke. Happy Halloween. The sheet they used broke, and so John was only allowed to get out, and Lavinia was not. So she would wait in the window. So a lot of times there, where the Charleston jail is, if you go at night and you look at a certain window, you can see Lavinia standing in the window. And across the street now it's a low income housing development, and a lot of the people there have seen this image in the window, and because the jail is now also a church, they will a lot of times call the cops saying that there's someone in there, whatever, and it's just Lavinia Fisher waiting for her spirit. Well, Lavinia is a very angry spirit. Women have, like I said, women get sick. My friend who's a tour guide, she told me that one time she called Lavinia a bitch, and the next thing she knows, she felt something grab her hair and she fell down the staircase. So I decided with my ex-boyfriend to write a play about Lavinia Fisher. We decided to write a modern day, write a play set in the 1700s with modern day rock music, which we did. I'm almost done with it. He and I, he's working on a play right now. After he's done with that, we're going to get together and finish it. And so we went to Charleston to spend time to investigate Lavinia Fisher. We spent countless hours looking at the story, we're researching the story. And the very first night we went into the jail, we met a woman who is an expert on the Fishers, and she said to Lavinia Fisher, um, if you want these boys to tell your story, give us a sign. Now, the room was black, dark, guys. It's like if I would turn all my lights off the room, it was the most terrifying thing. I was standing there. And she said, Bradley, snap your camera right now. At that, I said, what? She said, snap your camera. So I did. And if you look on my phone, you see a picture of a man and a woman in an embrace. I have the picture. I'll have to show it to you guys sometime. Like a shadow of a man and a woman. It's this terrifyingest thing. And everyone's like, that's a ghost. That's Lavinia and John Fisher, which John's never really shown up in the jail. So it's kind of weird that he was in the picture, but you almost see them. The picture's plain as day. I've sent it to some people. They've seen it on Twitter and things like that. So that was my first experience with Lavinia Fisher. Then later, I became really obsessed with the story. We started working on it right away. I would go there any chance I got. Lived there several times. Well, I went there for the 200th, right after the 200th anniversary of their death. I was in the jail, and this is very, very scary to me. I was in her cell, and I felt the tour guide was talking, and you could see something doing her hair. And she said, "Stop, stop, Lavinia, stop." Well, I'm standing there talking, and all of a sudden, it was like something grabbed. I couldn't turn my neck. I could not move. It was like something had me around the neck, and I could not turn. And the tour guide said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I can't move. I can't move. I can't move. I can't move my neck. I can't turn." I just felt harder and harder. And the tour guide said, "Walk over the threshold." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Lavinia, let me go." And it was, you could feel it, like the hand on my throat. You could just feel it, like you could see. They said you could see. Everybody said you could see fingers, like how you see fingers pressing on my throat right now. They said you could actually see the fingers pressing on my throat. I was terrified. I couldn't turn my neck. And when I stepped over the thing, I said, "Let me go, Lavinia." And as soon as I stepped over, it let go. You could see the print of the hand on my neck. It was very scary. They have pictures of that somewhere, of my neck. That was the second time I had an experience. No, that was the last time. The time before that, the only other time I had one, I went and spent the night in the jail, the Charleston jail, not in jail. It's like I said, it is a tour place. You tour the old jail, but it is a school of art during the day and like a school of design, and they teach you like how to remodel buildings and stuff like that. So anyway, long story short, I went into and I got to go on. These people were doing this paranormal investigation there. I got to, kind of ride along on the coattails of it, and it was terrifying. Like we would hear noises above us, like on the third floor. I think I told this the other night if you listened. And then below, we'd go to that floor, and the noises would be above us. You'd hear things banging against the bars. You'd hear people screaming. It was absolutely scary. I almost peed my pants. It was horrifying. To copy the picture Miss Kitty just sent it, horrified. I was so scared. Well, anyway, the Charleston jail is still one of my favorite places to tour. I went in there and I looked, and as we were leaving, the tour guide said, "Bradley, come here." And she was standing by us, so she said, "Look up." And when I did, there stood a woman. It was a beautiful woman, dark hair. Hey, Cheryl. Standing there, and she was standing against the wall. I was standing at the top of the stairs, and she just looked at me, looked up, her eyes really wide. She didn't even smile. Her face was very stone. And she said, she was gone. Girl, I couldn't get out of that place fast enough. But the second time when she actually grabbed me, this last time, I've been one time after that. And that, like I said, I've been four times since this. The time she grabbed me was right at the anniversary. I was with a friend of mine. We were spending the night there, and that was very, very terrifying. This last time she didn't bother me, but she bothered Gabe really bad. Gabe started to feel ill. He could feel her touching him. And my friend was with us. And my friend is like 6'7", and he said he could feel like something grabbing his butt. pinching him and things like that. Like he just felt really uncomfortable in there. So, and he's very, very tall, like John was. So, things like that happen. They say a lot of things happen on Halloween, but Lavinia is the most prominent spirit. You can look her up on YouTube. There's stories about her, things like that. Um, the TAPS place did an investigation on the Charleston jail, and this is one of the most scariest places. And I'm actually hoping that next time I go to Charleston, I would love to go to the jail for my birthday, but I don't know if I will. Would be touring the old Charleston jail at night and doing a live stream. But I would have to ask if I was allowed to live stream from there. But we'll have to see um, if I could live stream in there sometime and show you guys, just even if it's just where Lavinia's cell is. So did you guys enjoy that story? You guys like to put a one in the thing? The 1, 2, 3, I don't care. But Lavinia is a very prominent spirit. There are pictures of Lavinia Fisher online. You can look them up. She is considered the world's first female serial killer, and she is also the first woman hung in the state of South Carolina. I know that. If not the first woman ever hung, I don't know that for sure, but I know she was the first woman ever hung in the state of um, South Carolina. So yes, it was very scary to spend the night in there. I was so scared. It was like we were there from like 12 at night to like 4 in the morning. There was so many terrifying things. Y'all, I did never ever want to do that again. Unless I was like a bunch of people and I drank a lot of vodka because I was really scared. Like, and I was telling you the other night, Miss Kitty, I know y'all heard me when I said I had to go to the bathroom, and the bathroom is way on the last floor, and that where the bathroom is used to be the morgue, right next to the morgue. And I was way up on the very top. It's like 3 stories high, and it's really scary. And we were way in the back, and I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I was so scared, and no one would walk with me. So I was like, oh my god, I was terrified. I was like, oh my god, I gotta walk down here by myself. So I didn't go. I finally got somebody to walk down with me, and then I went downstairs and went pee, and then we went outside and smoked a cigarette, and then went back inside. We had to walk all by ourselves all the way through, and it was like black dark, and we're walking through the place. It was so scary. Just peed your pants. I thought about hanging it out the window and just peeing out the window, but I was afraid I might pee on somebody walking or something, because people do walk through that yard all the time. They take pictures of it. I mean, it's a very terrifying place. Let me see if I have a picture of the front of the jail on my phone. Let me see if I can find the picture of Lavinia Fisher. You guys may not be able to see it very well in the dark, but let me see what I can do. It'll take me a minute, guys, but it was very scary in there. You get a chance, there's a lot of YouTube videos you can watch on the Charleston jail. It's a very terrifying place. I thought about it, Miss Kitty. I really did almost pee my britches. I'm not gonna lie to you now. I was real scared in there. Y'all notice I still ain't got a light for my salt lamp yet either. I gotta go do that. All right, here we go. That's the last time in the Charleston jail, I think. Yeah, here you go, guys. If you guys can see this, hold on. This is the side of the building. If you guys can you guys see that really well? That's the room with Lavinia Fisher. That's her cell up there. See how scary and terrifying that place is right there? That's one of the buildings. Let's see what else we got. I should just sit it all the way. This is inside one of the rooms there, inside the old Charleston jail. This is one of the bricks, like the room itself. You can't really see that well. It's but a lot of orbs in this. A lot of orbs in this jail. That's the front of the Charleston jail. Look how terrifying it is. It was actually built. It was actually built to scare people. Let me see if I can make that bigger. It was actually built to scare criminals. So when they brought them into the jail and they looked up, that's what they saw was the front of the jail and how terrifying it was. So that's the side. This is actually if I can get it closer to us. This is actually Lavinia's window. I don't think I'll be able to see it very well in the dark, but let me see if I can try it. Eyes, but does that make it better if you can see it? That's actually Lavinia Fisher's window there. And let's see. Let's see if I can find the actual picture, guys. It's going to take me a minute. It takes me a minute to find that because that's a very scary picture. You guys remember this baby? That's Waffles when she was a baby. Look at her. When she was first born, look at Waffles, and she first opened her eyes. That meant Waffles. Let me miss Waffles. Let me see if I can find my actual picture, guys, of the Lavinia Fisher one that I sent to some people. Not sure if I still have it. So I know I have it somewhere. Let's see. I'll find it. You guys want to see it if I can find it? Here we go, right here. All right, guys, it's really hard to see, but if you look, this is when the woman said, snap the picture. And we went into it and we snapped it. And you see, if you look in the background, you see the shadow of a very tall man and a woman. Now, you got to understand that this room is black. Let me say better than the lights off. This room is very, very, very dark, black, dark. Scares us now. And there is the picture. What came out. If you look very closely, you see two figures, a man standing and a woman, almost like in an embrace. This picture has been studied. People believe that it is Lavinia and John Fisher. It is a very scary picture. I love this picture. I'll see if I can make it a little bigger. I love this picture. There you see it a little bit better. That is it's like what they call a shadow ghost, I believe is what the experts say it was. But that's the only picture I've ever gotten of the actual spirits in the jail. Everything else has been like orbs and stuff like that. She was very pretty. She was very pretty. But do you see the picture there, Miss Kitty? That's scary. The one I took inside the jail. And then like I said, this room, I was like standing in this room was black dark. I had my camera set. And so me and Karen are standing outside of the room. I faced the camera into the room, and this is against the cell wall where John and Lavinia Fisher were housed. And this is their wall where they were housed. So you see the shadow, what they call a shadow ghost there. She was very beautiful. Lavinia Fisher was very beautiful. There's no actual pictures of John that I know of, but I know there are pictures of Lavinia Fisher everywhere. So I'm hoping to finish my play about her. Did you guys see that? Everybody got to see the picture? Hope you guys enjoyed it. So that's my story of Lavinia Fisher. That's probably it is my favorite ghost story to tell. And because I studied it so hard, I really enjoyed doing that picture and sharing my story, my knowledge of Lavinia Fisher and John Fisher. You know, it's kind of a tragic, I call it a tragic love story because this man really loved her. He really, really, really loved you. Loved her so much that he was willing to kill for her to make, to get her the lavish lifestyle that she wanted and required. Let's see if I can find a picture of Lavinia here, the actual real Lavinia Fisher. And show it to you guys. Here, hold on. Go to Google. Google is always the best thing. Miss Kitty just found her picture of Lavinia Fisher, so let's see if I can find one. She was very pretty for that time period. Lavinia Fisher, serial killer. Here we go. Is this the one you saw, Miss Kitty? That's a picture of the real Lavinia Fisher. So can you guys see that really well? It's a painting of her. So better. That's the real. Let's see. Let me take it on my brightness just a little bit on my phone. Can you guys see that? That's the real Lavinia Fisher there. And then this is also Lavinia Fisher, they say. No pictures of John. That is Lavinia Fisher. This is an orb taken in the jail, right in front of her cell. That's her ghost walking down that staircase. That's the same staircase that I had my experience in. Very scary. Very scary. There she is, Lavinia Fisher. There's the stories. Guys, look it up, Lavinia Fisher. I did a story on it myself. She died in 1820. Now, there's all kinds of pictures of what people believe are her. Like they say this is her, but this is actually not Lavinia Fisher. But I think she died in 1820. She was like 27 years old. Yeah, that's some pictures of her. Just go through, guys, look her up. She's very exciting to read about. There are some videos online about her. Actually, some videos right here on YouTube about Lavinia Fisher. So thanks, guys, for hanging out and listening to my story about Lavinia Fisher. I've had so much fun with you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming, spending a Halloween with me. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. I loved it. I hope all of you guys have had a wonderful Halloween so far. And all of that good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, guys, because I'm getting tired and I want to go say hey to a couple people and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to, a lot of people are going live right now, so I wanted to go by and say hello to them as well. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much, Miss Kitty, for calling in, and Cheryl for calling in and sharing your eerie moments with us. Thank you to my moderators, who I love very much, for being my mods and for taking care of all the stuff here you needed to do. Anyway, guys, I love you both, and I will talk to you soon. I've enjoyed you guys too. You are so welcome. Thank you guys for sharing. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, like the video. Make sure you support all your YouTubers. I know Sharon Lee is live right now. Also, Jada Diva is live. Go check them out. Go by and say hey, say TPG sent you. And you guys just always spread love wherever you go. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. I will be back tomorrow for a live later on this week. And I'm definitely gonna do one on my birthday, so we can hang out on my birthday, which is coming up. It's on Tuesday. So, guys, I love you so much. See you later. Peace.